Okay, this is part two of Express Digital Darkroom Core using the Dropbox as where you drop your pictures into for your hot folder. And I'm just going to go over some basic operations and show you how to do some certain things that we do. Uh, One thing, I don't remember if I think it's in here. Under camera options, a lot of people have asked me this question before. Uh, you got all these different options down here, but one that you really want to turn off is this one right here on the bottom. You want to replace the workshop picture with the new camera photo. What that means is when if you have a photographer and they're tethered, or even if you were using the hot folder, when a new picture drops in there, if you were working on another picture, it's going to replace it with the one that just came in, and that can be very aggravating, especially if you're doing like a Santa shoot or an event where your photographer's taking a lot of pictures and you're over there trying to print. Every time they take a picture, it's going to mess up what you're doing. So turn that off. Okay, that's just one of my little tips. Uh, we're going to go down into products and services and package groups. You know, you can set up any kind of package you want. I've got packages already set up for my golf tournaments. Um, you know, they get a 5x7. Every team member gets a 5x7 print. So if there's four members on that team, you're going to print four 5x7s. You can make Express Digital print pictures automatically when they drop into the photo workshop, but I don't do that because sometimes you may have two people that on the team, or three people on the team, or four people on the team, or 10 people might decide they want to get their picture taken as a team. And so you'll end up wasting a lot of paper if you have it set to four, because every time that picture comes in there, it's going to print four prints. You might only need two. So I just actually go to the clubhouse every hour or so during the day, and I just print out whatever's in the queue. So that's just this is just your packages. I'm gonna go in here under templates and under my golf. I don't have anything in there right now, uh, but what I'm going to do, I'm gonna hit new. I'm gonna put in there my my client's name, and I'm gonna do a 5x7, and I'm gonna hit OK. And so this is your blank canvas. So you're gonna be adding a photo. So the picture that you take of the team is going to be the photo that you're adding. So you're just going to put add photo. If it was some kind of green screen, you'd hit chroma key, but we're not doing green screen right now. And then the next thing you want to do is if you have a border or some kind of text or something like that that you want to print on the picture, you want to add, in this case, it's going to be a graphic. I'm going to browse. I keep all of mine in my library in my pictures. I have a folder called graphics folder, and then I have different types of events like golf. Uh, this is the one we're doing, Holloman, and this is these there's four folders in I mean four files in here. Two of them are Photoshop files. I keep a copy of my Photoshop file in there with it in case I have to go make some kind of change. And the other two are PNG files, and that's what you're going to use for your overlay. So this in here is my PNG for that particular job. I'm gonna hit OK, and now I've got this overlay that's going to be my border. So the picture is going to be back here, and then this is going to be the little border around it that's got their company name and things like that. I'm not going to save this because I've got an employee coming over. I'm going to teach how to do this today, so I'm just going to hit cancel changes. But that's how you would do it. Um, and then when you go back into your photo workshop, uh, if you want to use a border, you hit the letter B, and then you got over here options. You can change the groups, and in that case, it would be golf. But I don't have anything in there yet. But I'm gonna hit B again. I'll find one that we can actually use. Change the group. We're gonna go into events, and this is just an example. This is a golf tournament I did last week, and so that was their little border that I made for them for theirs. And so that's how you do it. Of course, You know, you can move the picture around, make it fit, things like that. That's just real simple how to make a border, setting up your graphics and stuff in Photoshop. You want to save the overlay, this part here, as a PNG file. And I suggest that you always keep your master copy of, at least a copy of your master Photoshop file in there, so in case you have to make any changes. You know, I've had many times when I've got there and I've made a spelling mistake, had to go in there and change it, and that just makes it real simple to be able to do that. All right, I'll come back in video 3 and we'll go over some more features.